That is hard work, right
This
there.
is so heavy, man.
Can I feel
Yes,
it?
they told me to never put it down because people have been known to steal it. You know, 'cause occasionally I just sit it down to talk to somebody.
Yeah, no.
And they told me that they stole Frances McDormand's last year. So no matter what you do, keep it on your person. So literally on the plane the whole time, I'm spooning. I was spooning.
With your Oscar.
Yes.
Let me just feel it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
Wow, it feels great. It's a great award.
it's a weight I'm willing to carry.
Thank you for making it back here. Welcome home.
I made it back. Yes, I barely made it back.
What have the last 24 hours been like for you? Have you slept?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I did the whatever they call the exit where you like just back out the room and kind of just disappear. Because I was wise enough because when you're nominated for an Oscar and it's that far in advance, anxiety starts to set in.
Yes.
And for me, I was wise enough to figure out how to distract myself from this moment. And of course, anyone who knows me well, either on the internet or you personally, you know that there's no DJ gig I won't ever turn down. And to do the Jay-Z Beyonce Gold Party is one of the hardest things ever to do in life. Like to please that many people in that.
Yeah. So you purposely chose that you're going to DJ
Yeah. So,
Beyonce's and Jay-Z's party because that'll be more pressure in your head.
Oh, up until that, once I accepted that gig, then it was like, oh, what Oscar? I don't care. But
yeah.
At night, I'm like, yo, I gotta figure out the right song.
What are they saying? Oh, yeah.
Right. So.
Did you end up playing Smash Mouth?
I forgot we had a bet. I played Smells Like Teen Spirit, which is good.
Yeah.
No, Jimmy and I had a bet that my first song was going to be Smash Mouth All Star, which I don't think is what Jay-Z really wants to hear.
But what if they're like, oh, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Questlove. What's he gonna play?
I know no one that fronts on All Star, so it's like when you put it on, you're forced to sing it against your will.
You have to, including Jay-Z.
Exactly.
He'd be like, somebody wants to, and he would get into it. Anyway.
So I'll tell you this much. There was one point where it just became like a cyclone of a mosh pit, and inside this mosh pit of just jumping people, I see Anna Wintour, sort of like signing in the thing. So
no way.
I think
you did well.
Yeah, I think that if I do the Met Gala, then I'll start off with Smash Mouth.
All right, perfect.
There you go.
When you're in the crowd and they announce your name, that you won, and everyone gives you a standing ovation, when you're next to your mother, what is going through your head, and how did you? I mean, you got emotional, but I was crying in my living room.
We were the only two people in the room. Like, it was that moment that I realized that, like, we went through so much, like, from, them sacrificing to put me in music school. And, it's like either our bills or my future. Wow. And I just thought about all those moments and, and of course, that happened in the cyclone of a whole nother situation with two very good friends of mine, and I really wasn't aware of that. It's weird to say because they tell you ahead of time, this is your category, and so in that moment you're either going to be full of anxiety, or for me, like I've been like meditating for like the last 2 years, so I do transmit. Actually, Seinfeld taught me about that, like TM, and a minute when the commercial break was happening, I was just in my.
Yeah.
So when I opened my eyes, I didn't realize, like, why is everyone so quiet? Like, I literally was not present for that whole entire moment. And as I'm walking to the stage, I'm kind of putting two and two together, and I realized that was a real moment, like maybe 3 seconds before I spoke words, but. Yeah. In my mind, they're just doing a sketch or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, Amir, remember to thank your mom, your dad, thank the street. Like,
really?
So I was not present at all. I was just in a blank state.
And did people sitting around you have a vibe too?
I was in the fun section. I was right, like I was in the documentary. They put the documentary people and the animation people.
Oh, that's fun.
So the Encanto, like that whole, they were having like hot Takis and and Fritos and
How do they smuggle that into the Oscars?
we had a picnic. Like they were sharing like snacks with me. So
you look great. Your mom looked great. I want to show a picture of you and your mom just so.
you know, I purposely have not watched the highlight reel, but I hear that my mom loves crying at anything.
Dude, I lost it.
Like my first grade recital, she cried. Like she always cries at anything. Like, Mom, I got a C minus. Oh my baby. Like
I just know her from sitting right in the audience up there and saying
so
hi
they
to her.
did a close up of my mom.
Dude.
Oh man, I already know.
No, dude, I lost it, dude. I lost it. Nancy, everyone.
I'm not one to go into high, like I don't, this is an old reference, but you know, like Al Bundy does the whole like Polk High School, 4 touchdowns, highlight reel thing.
Yeah.
Old, ask your kids, ask your parents. But, you know, I've not watched any highlight reel or anything, so
Yeah, you're gonna.
I don't want to get stuck in that thing where I'm like, just watch it. Okay, watch me walk to the stage right now.
Yeah. I can't tell you. Obviously, you know, we love you and we're proud of you, but everybody who knows you loves you and is so proud of you, dude. It couldn't have happened to a better dude.
Let me just tell you. I'm gonna tell you what's just real quick, and I'm world famous for deflecting any praise or love or whatever, but I have to say that, you know, my true reward in this whole thing is that, you know, I'm in this creative atmosphere. Like I consider this 30 Rock University. Like I don't say like, oh, I'm going to the Tonight Show or Fallon or what. 30 Rock is like the best college I've ever been to, where I can go to different floors and watch people work and they're creative. And the fact that I like get to create with my friends over there and with you, that to me is the real, and I know it sounds like so a Hollywood answer, like, oh, that's my real reward, but that to me is what matters. And the fact that I get to live out my dreams, and you provided this platform for me to, if I want to write a cookbook one day, or if I want to, you know, teach class or start a radio show, and like I didn't even start to listen to my dreams until I came here into 2009. So I really want to thank you for giving me the platform.
Academy Award-winning director, Questlove.
Thank you.
Academy Award-winning director, Questlove. Check out his Oscar-winning documentary, Summer of Soul, on Hulu.
Hey, hey.